Hey, it's good to see you. Happy Tuesday. Whee! It is Tuesday, isn't it? Yep. I just made burgers for the kids. I had a bite of one. I had to make sure it was all right. And my dinner consisted of Fruit Loops out of the box, some chocolate chip cookies, and a bite of hamburger, and some wheat bread from Aldi. Oh, look at Nobu. Look at this. Look, Evie's right there. He was rolled over on his back a second ago. Nobu, roll over on your back. I hate him. Every time he comes over, Evie comes in the house and pouts. Look, like he lives here. Look at him. Like he freaking lives here. Nobu. Clark was here earlier. I haven't seen Wally. Been a couple days since I saw Wally. He doesn't come around as much as he used to. There's Nobu. It's Nobu. He's getting so big. Look how big he is. Hey, man. You're a pretty cat. You're a pretty kitty. I like your bell. Come here. Nobu. It's not his actual name. We didn't know his name at first because at first when he first started coming around, we couldn't get close to him, but now he's fine with us. You're a big boy. He's definitely gotten bigger. I think he was quite young when he started coming around. I think he was a little kitten, but you've gotten so big, kitty. Yes, you got so big. See, he likes me now. Don't bite me. Hey. You're so goofy. Yeah, Clark was here earlier, and she saw a chipmunk. It was way over there, and it ran down, and she almost got it, but then it went in a little hole in the fence and got away. My tomato plants, now they've definitely gotten larger. They've gotten taller. This one's come all the way up to the top of the tomato cage. Look at him. He loves to roll in the grass. He's so goofy. Clark, what are you looking at? Nobu. What you doing? He doesn't know. It's a nice peaceful evening out here in the backyard. The birds are on the bird feeder and little flowers. Look at my little flowers. Anyway, I overwatered them a little bit and they got very unhappy with me. So I'm kind of letting them dry out a little bit, and I drilled more holes in the bottoms of the planters, and I put these things under them so they can drain properly, and they're doing better. This one now has a little baby tomato here, a little medium size here, two little ones here, and a big one right there. This is what is this? A Better Bush hybrid tomato. That's the German Queen tomato. Something keeps eating my dang strawberries. Look, it eats them. It's been eating my strawberries. I've had several, but most of them get eaten by other creatures. These are my cherry tomatoes. My Cherokee purples got overwatered. See how the tomatoes are splitting? I overwatered this one too. Well, see, the leaves start curling up, and I thought that meant it was dried out. So I ruined these tomatoes. That was my fault. That was my fault. But we have a bunch of cherry tomatoes popping up on here. That's pretty good. Isn't it, Evie? And there's Boop. Hey, Boop. 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 Clark left. She didn't get the chipmunks, so she just left. Wallix hasn't been here in several days. And Wally hasn't been here in several days. No, but what is it about that spot? He loves that one spot in the yard. Every evening he comes over and he gets in that spot right there. Just right up in there. He really likes that spot for some reason. He'll get up in there and just roll around. Is that your spot, Nobu? You're the biggest cat here, you know that? You're the biggest kitty. It's okay. You're the biggest cat here. He's still a little bit skittish. I hear an airplane. Look how pretty he is in the green grass. What are you freaking out about? Evie's not going to do anything. That would involve exertion. She's not going to do it. If anybody gets you, it'll be a Boo. Oh, that's way over there. I see it. No Boo. No Boo, do you have the zoomies? You got a little bit of the zoomies? Yes, he does. Not too much though. Yeah, I don't think anybody over here has the zoomies. I see a blue jay. Where'd he go? You see that blue jay? You hear him? There he is. He wants me to go away. They'll get on the feeder sometimes, but not if I'm back here. Oh, sorry. I would not be a very good nature photographer. They're pretty good sized birds. They're pretty aggressive. The mosquitoes are starting to come out, so I figured I better come inside. It just smells like hamburgers in here. Oh, how has your week been? Mine's been good. All I've done is go to work, go work out, come home. I actually didn't work out today, but it was warm when I got here, so I changed into a tank top and like capri pants because I was burning up. I had on a sweater at work today because it was kind of chilly this morning, but it warmed up. And the wildfires up in Canada, we have a lot of the smoke getting on the jet stream and coming down here. And all day today, the sky was very, very smoky. I mean, it looked very hazy. And that sucks. That sucks. I mean, I know we're 1,000 miles away from the fires and shit. If it's that bad here, I can't imagine how bad it is there. But it just travels on the jet stream, and it paid a visit to us down here in North Carolina today. Huh? What do you want? I don't have anything for you. Pumpkin? That all you got to say? I don't have anything. You're just gonna stare at me? What do you want? What is it? Really? Hey, the other two are outside. You want some dope? You want dope? See if I can get her to do the back twitchy thing. Look at her. She knows what's going on. You want some dope? You want dope? She loves her dope. So you take some out, kind of squish it between your fingers a little bit, put it on the floor. And then sometimes her back gets twitchy. Yeah, not so much today. She's just gonna eat it. So what did I do today? I went to work, and then I went to Walmart because I was running out of Pepsis because they got into my Pepsis during the party, the sleepover that we had Saturday night. Somebody drank a bunch of my Pepsis. Even the ones that were lukewarm, like they were out. They were room temperature. I don't know. Somebody drank a bunch of those too. So I went and got more Pepsis, and then I went to Aldi to get, I like their little salads that they have, and I got some yogurt. I got some more of that German potato soup that they have that's so good. I love that stuff. It is so good. And then I came home and I made burgers, and then I went out and raked up some magnolia leaves in my backyard because the magnolia tree sheds this time of year, so I have to go rake up magnolia leaves about every other day, or one of my kids has to do it. It is just a constant, it's just because the tree is so big that it's hanging over into my yard, and it just rains leaves down all over my yard, and it's a pain in the ass because they're big leaves, and I can't leave them on my grass because it'll mess up my grass. So I have to keep them off the grass, and it's just a pain in the butt. And the neighbors don't talk. They don't talk. I have made gestures to try to, hey, I think I'm just going to have to go walk up and just ring the doorbell and just introduce myself. Because nothing else is working. Like you wave and say good morning. They don't say jack shit. They don't say shit. Which is fine, because I got to thinking about it. Like, pumpkin right here. I got to thinking about it. We moved in here 6 years ago, almost 6 years ago to the day. I think it was June 3rd, 2017 was moving day when I had to move, and my kids were not here that weekend, which is why I picked that weekend. Like, I don't have to deal with them because they were, a lot smaller than they are now. They won't be underfoot. I can get the movers to come and, move. It'd be no problem. And I paid to have them do it so I wouldn't have to do it. I have moved so many times in my life, and I had never paid anyone to help me. And I said, this time, I don't care. I'm paying a moving company to come move my stuff because I don't want to do it anymore. I'm getting too old for this shit. Well, I paid to have 3 movers come. One didn't show up at all. One was hungover because he'd gone to a concert the night before. One was hungover. One had no sleep because he'd been to a concert the night before out of state and had to drive all night to get back in time. So he was exhausted. And I realized it wasn't going to get done. I ended up having to move a bunch of the stuff myself because we wouldn't have gotten done otherwise. I was pissed. But anyway, that was 6 years ago. And when we moved in here, not a damn soul said hello to us or welcomed us to the neighborhood. Even the people living on either side of me never said a damn word to me. Not a word. And this over here, damn, Buffalo Bill, I spent 6 months trying to get them to speak. They would just, no. You could literally go, good morning. And damn well they heard you. And they just walk on. Fuck you too then. I tried for 6 months and then I just gave up. And the only time Buffalo Bill only ever spoke to me like 2 times. Well, hypothetically, allegedly, Buffalo Bill is gone. And I have new neighbors over there now. Hypothetically. They don't talk. They hang out in the backyard a lot. They live in the backyard, But I will say they've got the backyard looking a whole lot better than it did. They've done a lot of work back there. And I think the husband is like a landscaper or something. I think that's what he does. And they've got it looking really good. I will say that. It looks a lot better than it did already. And they haven't even been there that long. And they did some stuff around front that I really like too. So I'm pretty impressed with, how they're getting the outside to look. It's looking a lot better than it was. So I'll say that for them. The thing that irritates me though, when I'm out doing any kind of yard work in the yard or anything, they just stare at me. I feel like an exhibit at the zoo. I mean, they just stare at me like, did you never go through that phase as a little child where your mama, made you understand that it's not polite to stare at people? Because little kids will do that. You have to teach them, hey, that's like an unspoken, like, human etiquette thing. Like, you don't stare at people. Don't do it. I went through this phase, my mom told me when I was really little, where every man I saw, I called him daddy. She said it caused some interesting situations. Like, I'm in the grocery store. She's in the grocery store, and I'm like 2 years old, and I'm in the cart, and she passes this man and woman. I go, hey, daddy. Like, I had a lot of explaining to do. Shit. Mine never did anything like that, but my older son did go through a brief period before I taught him to stop, where if we were in public, he would just go, damn it, because he liked the reaction from people. It was embarrassing, but I made it clear right quick, like, you don't, no, don't do that. You can't do that. But he did it because it got a reaction out of people. It was like a record scratch, and everybody just goes, what did he say? He's like a little toddler, Don't know where he heard that. It couldn't have been me. His first sentence was my fault. The first full sentence he ever uttered was, I hate traffic. Because one day we were sitting in the park, we were coming out of Walmart, and I had to turn left. And it was in this Walmart where you just can't turn left, but I had to turn left because I had to go that way. And we're sitting there, and traffic is just like nonstop. And he's in his little car seat in the back. And I just said, I hate traffic. And he goes, I hate traffic. I hate traffic. And then for about 2 weeks after that, Pumpkin, what the hell are you doing? You okay? That's what she does. Are you okay? Pumpkin? Pumpkin. She's purring. Hey. So then for about 2 weeks after that, everywhere he went, if anybody said anything to him, his answer was, I hate traffic. Hey, how are you today? I hate traffic. Did you have a good nap? I hate traffic. That's all he would say to everybody everywhere we went for about 2 weeks. I hate traffic. I hate traffic. You never know what they're going to pick up on. It could be anything. That's what he latched on to for a little while. So anyway, but yeah, when we moved in here, nobody spoke to us. Nobody welcomed us to the neighborhood. Literally nobody spoke. And it's kind of that way here. I mean, for the most part, people don't talk to each other. And it's not just this neighborhood. I've actually lived in, hang on, how many places have I lived in Greensboro? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. And I've lived in Jamestown too. I've lived in 5 different places here in Greensboro, and it was that way everywhere I lived. People they just don't, people think, oh, all Southerners are really friendly. No, not so much. I mean, you go to any kind of suburban area around here, and it's not like that at all. I mean, neighbors just don't know each other. I couldn't tell you the names of most of the people on this street. I couldn't. I have no idea who they are. There's one house down yonder where you never even see those people. They don't ever even. It seems like they never even leave their house. I mean, they're there, but you hardly ever see them. And they have 2 little kids. I hardly ever see those kids. They never come outside to play. I think they just stay in the house. It's crazy. And a lot of the other neighbors are the same. So I guess if they don't speak, they've moved to the right neighborhood because shit, nobody here speaks. Nobody welcomed us here. Nobody said a word. I didn't say anything to them either, so I guess it's a 2-way street. I didn't really talk to them either because I'm just not one to go talk to people. I'm not like a social butterfly or whatever. At least since COVID, it's become more acceptable to be like that because I think a lot more people became like hermits during all that. People who weren't before, and they kind of understand why people, like, I hate talking on the phone. I hate talking on the phone. I will go to great lengths to avoid calling anyone. I just hate calling. I hate talking on the phone. I've always hated it. And I thought it was just me. I thought I was the only one who hated that. But no, actually, I think a lot of people hate it. But yeah, they don't speak. Oh well. So anyway, summer is upon us. One of my kids is totally done with school. The other one is almost done with school for the summer. Kind of want to go see my dad. I am going to call him tonight. I do need to see how he's doing. I haven't talked to him in a few days, just to see how he is. My younger son and I are planning a little trip to a water park because he wants to go to a water park. My older son doesn't want to. I asked him if he wanted to. He said no. He's got work anyway. He on his off days he wants to do his own thing. He doesn't want to go hang out with his little brother and his mom at the water park. So I get it. But we don't have any big summer plans or anything. I mean, I don't have any time off with my job anyway. If we go to the water park, it's going to have to be on a weekend, which sucks, but that's just the way it is because I have no vacation time. We are planning a trip right before school starts. Hopefully I'll have a couple of days off by then. If not, I'll just have to take them without pay or something. I don't know, but we're taking this trip. This is something I planned like back in January, and we're gonna do it. So, yep, I'm not gonna cancel it now. I planned that trip before I ever even thought about getting this job, so I'm not gonna cancel it. I've already made reservations and booked everything, and yeah, we're doing it. So that's our big summer. That we're not doing anything crazy for the summer. That's pretty much it. I hadn't really planned on taking like a big vacation anyway, so Pumpkin's laying on my furniture pads being very comfy. Oh, you can't see her. She's kind of backlit. I had these furniture pads out because over the weekend we laid them out on the floor And then they put their sleeping bags on them and they all slept in here in the living room. So, I mean, it's just kind of a day. That's why I don't make videos for this channel every day, because not much really happens. You know, I'm just like anybody else. You know, I go to work, I come home, and I do stuff at home, and it's not terribly exciting. Although, I did want to mention one random thing that I discovered, and I'd never tried it for this, but it actually works. I have mentioned the Uwharrie soap company before, and their stuff is available online. UWHARRIE soap company. I think it's actually the letter U, the letter R, and the letter E, soap.com. They have this product. Now, their soaps and everything are awesome. They have this one product that is really great for a lot of uses. It's called Magnica. It has arnica, magnesium, Magnica. Let me go look at it. I can't remember. Look at her. I was just walking upstairs. Look how cute Pumpkin is. She's got to check my ID. She's got to make sure it's me. She will always check your ID. I love this little paw. It's like a little black and white cookie. Look at it. It's just white there. She is a tortoise. She's a tortoise, like a tortoiseshell cat, but a Siamese version of a tortie. She's all different colors. I'm all the colors. I tried to be Siamese and failed. Here's your good girl. She was a much lighter color when she was a kitten. She got a lot darker as she got older. Punky-doo. Punky-doo. You could just pet this cat all day and she would never get tired of it. Hey, why you stop petting me? Oh. All right, let me go get this stuff. All right, so here it is. Magnica. Joint pain, cramps, sore muscles, and bruises. What is in this stuff? Water, Dead Sea salt, magnesium, coconut oil, hydrosodium copolymer, arnica montana, lecithin, niaouli oil, aloe, clove oil, cinnamon oil, lemon oil, rosemary oil, myrrh resin, frankincense oil, eucalyptus oil, and peppermint oil. This stuff is awesome. So I tell you what happened. So I'm wearing these new shoes. They're from Vionic, and they're like orthopedic shoes, but they're really cute little sandals because of my plantar fasciitis. But my feet are not used to them yet. So sometimes at night, it's not a I don't need to eat a banana or anything like that. It's the shoes, okay? I don't have a shortage of anything. It's the shoes. So sometimes when I wear these shoes, when I come home and take them off, my arches cramp up a little bit. This stuff right here, you just rub a little bit of this on whatever muscle is cramping up. You just rub it into your skin. The cramps stop instantly. It is the craziest thing. External use only. So it's not very pretty to look at, and it smells kind of funky. It does smell kind of weird, but I tell you what, it's greasy, you know, with all the oil in it. But this stuff is fantastic. And I got it at Uwharrie Soap Company. This stuff is amazing. Oh my gosh. So all you have to do is just rub it into, you know, if you're having a cramp in your leg or whatever, just rub some of this into the skin there, just massage it in, and the cramp just stops immediately. It is crazy. And if I'm sore, like from a workout or something, rub some of this into the sore muscles and they feel much better. It's nuts. I love that stuff. So I've had that Magnica stuff for a while, but one night my foot just kept cramping up. Just my left foot just would not stop cramping, and it kept waking me up. And so it just occurred to me out of nowhere. I thought, get that Magnica stuff. Try, because I was desperate. Like, I will try anything. I don't care. It's the shoes. Because when I don't wear the shoes, I don't have this problem. It's getting better, though. It doesn't happen as much. I think my feet just have to get used to them or something. But as soon as I put that, I just got a little bit of that Magnica, rubbed it into my foot. The cramps immediately stopped. My foot didn't cramp anymore all night. Beautiful. So I just thought I would share that. You can buy stuff from them online. I bought it at they have a store down in Troy, and I bought it down there. And I think they also have a store in Albemarle, North Carolina. I believe they have a store there as well. So you don't have to order it online if you don't want to, if you live in those areas. And they have a lot of other cool products too. And it's all made locally, like with stuff from North Carolina whenever possible. So it's really, really cool. So other than that, it's been a good week. I mean, it's been good. A little smoky, a little hazy, but I think it's supposed to pass. Actually, I think we're supposed to get some rain tomorrow. It's supposed to be cooler. Actually, that's a good point. I was thinking about wearing something that might actually be a little bit too chilly to wear tomorrow. I don't know. Might have to change my mind about, maybe I should have saved the sweater for tomorrow because it's going to be chillier and rainy, so it's going to feel cold. But I'm going to make a video on the other channel with 3 balls, the little miniature candies. They're not real, they're just made, they're like mini brands, but it's all candies. We're going to do 3 of those. And that's about all I have planned for today. That's about it. And then I'm going to relax and enjoy what's left of my night and get up tomorrow and do it all over again. I didn't have a class tonight, but tomorrow night I will. I had a thought. Let's see what you think of this. A lot of times in the morning when I'm going to work or when I get off to work, you know, I talk to myself all the time. I have these monologues in the car by myself. It's just a stream of consciousness. And I wondered if you would be interested in hearing that. Now, it would be audio only, because from having a stalker, I have learned that it's not a really good idea to let people know, like, where you go on a regular basis. So I can't really show you my lovely, bright, shining face first thing in the morning because, you know, it wouldn't be too hard to figure out, like, where I'm going or where I'm leaving from, or, you know what I mean? So I thought if I did it, it would have to be, like, just audio only. So I don't know if I just lay my phone down. I mean, I could just record the audio. The only problem is, I could... The audio recording stuff on my phone is not very good though. I mean, I could just record the video and then strip the audio out, but that would be an extra step. Probably what I do is just lay the phone down where you just can't see anything and just record my voice and whatever I have to say. I never know what I'm going to have to say. And I'm not saying I'll have something to say every day, because some mornings and some days after work, I just want to ride and listen to the radio and I don't really say anything. Sometimes I just, you know, I don't feel like talking. But sometimes, especially in the mornings, I do. I'm very talkative on the way to work. I just talk about whatever. To myself, I've always done it. I've done it for years and years and years. It's nothing new. I've always done that. So I was just curious to see if you would be interested in that. And again, it wouldn't be really any video to look at. It would still be a video, but it just wouldn't, you wouldn't see anything really. It would just be, you know, darkness and my voice talking about God knows what. So I didn't know if you'd be interested in that. If so, just let me know and I'll, you know, we'll see what we can do if you're interested in that. I'll just capture my ramblings for posterity because they're just so fascinating. Yeah, not really, but I don't know. Some people like that kind of stuff. So I was just curious to see if you wanted to hear that. Maybe I could do a few and you could see if you like them or not. I don't know. It's just a thought. But anyway, let me know. But thank you so much for watching and for being here. I'm going to get on with my video. I got to turn the air down so it's not running. It does feel good though. I turn it down because I don't want it running in the background. I don't want the sound. And then I'm going to make my video with the 3 balls. Then I'll have to edit it, put it all together, and process it. So I need to get started because it's already after 8. So thank you so much for being here. I really hope you have a fantastic day, what's left of it. I hope your week is going well, and I'll see you again soon.